Hey, I'm Jim Search, and welcome to Understanding Upstate, the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Rob Adler and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's up upstate. And this week, we are interviewing Binghamton's own Blizz The Illest. Very dope MC. Very excited to sit down and chop it up with him. One of the things that I'm trying to do here on this podcast is highlight some of the talent that is coming out of upstate New York. And certainly Blizz is a very talented dude. So we are going to chop it up about his life in the music biz.
Yeah, we were just talking off mic a little bit. A lot of Binghamton and just upstate New York in general in his music, like between the visuals and his music videos and just lyrically. There's a lot. If you've been with us for all 77 episodes,
right,
go check out, or even just one, go check out his music, because man, yeah, Binghamton is in it throughout.
Yes, there's plenty, and even in the lyrics too, for sure.
Yeah.
There's plenty of like Binghamton jewels that if you grew up there, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Jim, even if you didn't grow up there, I was cherry picking references here and there.
Sure.
Pretty easily. I was like, oh, okay. I heard a 6-0 Lucky in there and whatnot. Pretty good.
Yeah, and that's what we are I feel like we're in a burgeoning state as far as like Binghamton art and Binghamton creatives really being embraced. There's still a lot of work to do, I feel like, and we'll certainly talk with Blizz about it. I'd love to hear what his thoughts are on it as a Binghamton creative. But I think that we are really we are heading in the direction of people really showing up for the art that's coming out of Binghamton, because as long as I've been involved in comedy and lived in Binghamton and been involved with Binghamton, there certainly was not a time when like folks really were fucking with stuff that we were doing. So
yeah,
it's dope to see that there are folks who are putting in that work and it's starting to be recognized.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also dope to see when our listeners rate, review, and subscribe podcast. Guys, throw us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Write us some kind words. Write us a nice review. You can throw in a suggestion for a topic, person, place, or thing that you'd like to hear us cover in the future. So go get at that, guys. Come on. What are you doing?
Run it all the way up, baby. Give us you can only give us 5 stars, but if you can figure out how to do like 6 or 7,
there's got to be someone who's like a programmer out there that's amongst our listeners.
Do that. You know
go.
what I mean?
Sure.
Like, it'd be pretty dope to see someone be able to pull that off.
Jim, did you say 607 stars?
Yeah, 6 or 7 stars. You know what I mean? That's a gem. If you know, Binghamton, we did it.
There you go.
So yeah, we are gonna get Blizz here on the horn soon, and it's gonna be a dope one.
Yeah, let's go to our conversation with Blizz. I'm looking forward to it.
Yo, we are very excited, as we had talked about earlier. We got Blizz The Illest in the building. Blizz, how you doing, man?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, bro?
I'm doing great, man. This is my day off. I woke up early to do this.
All right, so we can't.
The bar is
so
high.
We're not gonna. Yeah.
It's like a day.
We're not going to let you down, is what I'm saying, because sleep is a premium, and the fact that you woke up early for this, God, Rob, right. we got to give this 100%, man.
We'll do our best.
We're going to do our best, man. But no, seriously,
cool.
Thank you so much for coming to chop it up with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, as we talked about in our intro, one of the big things we try and do here on the podcast is highlight and celebrate those in upstate New York who are putting out work and putting out some really dope stuff. So when you said you were going to do it, I was really excited as a fellow.
Hell yeah, man!
As a fellow Binghamtonian, I'm like, this is fucking great, man.
Right.
It's so awesome to get to chop it up with you. So I think one of the questions I had, and again, we were talking about this a little bit before you got on, was like, talk to us a little bit about when you jumped into the rap game and what that was like being an artist in upstate New York, because it's not the same as anywhere else.
Yeah, true. I guess it's just like a similar story as like most people, at first you just like, at a party or whatever, you just like freestyling, joking around with your friends until like, I started getting reactions from some of the stuff I said from the party goers, like, oh, shit, So that started to feel good. So I started to like write down things that would like, get a reaction or like, people would be, impressed or whatever. So once I started writing things down and then, recording on my desktop compact Presario.
Okay.
Nice.
Showing your age, Blizz. I love it.
Yeah. It was just a fun thing for me to do. And then like, it was one of the very, few things that I was good at. So,
right.
I just pursued it,
Now, you started recording, right? What were some of the like first like recorded, what were the first recordings like for you when you like heard yourself back actually rapping?
Well, I mean, I guess like whenever I showed it to somebody, they would say, wow, that's cool. But like, for like a 15, 16-year-old, that's not really saying much. But, I remember my earlier like recordings and stuff like that. I used to do it on one of those like computer mics that are like long and skinny.
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So the audio quality was terrible, and I had this thing where I would just like say a bunch of words that are like like high IQ, like long syllables, you know what I mean, like that type of thing. But then I would just say them like all in a row really fast, like like I really try to like rap to the beat. I was like,
yep.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun for me, for sure. It was definitely something new. And like, being like, going to Susquehanna Valley High School or whatever, like I was like, one of like 1,000 white kids.
Sure.
None of them were rappers. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what I think is interesting, right? Is like, especially from upstate, that like there wasn't, because I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like a lot of folks who are now kind of jumping into the lane of rap.
Yeah.
Right. But then there's folks like you who like were doing it, and I'll say this in quotes, I feel like you'll feel me on it, is just like when it wasn't cool, right? Like it was.
Oh yeah, dude. I used to get made fun of in high school for like, quote unquote acting black. So
right. Exactly. That's kind of where I'm where I was going with that. It's kind of like in the same vein of like stand up, right? Like I'm a comedian. I was telling you before, like, over a decade worth of doing comedy, and there was a time when it didn't feel like there was a lot of people that were doing it. Now, like I go and you can go on social media and there's a lot of fucking comedy, right? So
yeah,
I feel you on that.
Right.
So you've started recording. I'm just I want to like go through like the timeline of your career, right?
Right. Okay.
So you start recording, and then when does like it, for lack of better words, when does it become serious for you? Or like when does this become like you're like, shit, I really want to make this real?
Well, the first time I actually got to like record like an actual like song was with Tone Chop, who's like a legend in the area. And I tell this story whenever I bring this up because it's so funny. I was like 16, or maybe I had just turned 17. I was at his house, and he's got like, he's like a quote unquote a thug at the time. He has like 6 pit bulls in his house.
Sure. Listen,
so like we're rapping, but before he turned on the microphone, he said I had to like, keep up with him. So like he's freestyling to beats, and like I'm just like rapping written rhymes and stuff like that. We're going back and forth, and he made me rap with him for like 45 minutes before he like said, "Okay, you're good enough."
Wow, that's fucking wild, man.
I'm glad he ended when he did because I was fucking running out of shit.
Now were you so you had 45 minutes worth of written shit, or did you?
Yeah,
okay, gotcha. Did you then?
But at the same time, we were also going back and forth, so I don't think I had 45 minutes worth of actual quotes. But yeah, from there I got to record there. But then when I got into college, there was a lot of creative people, and some of them even had recording equipment in their dorm and stuff.
Right.
So once it got to that point, it was really cool to explore whatever I wanted to do.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, as a relative old head of Binghamton, it's
right.
Tone Chop, Big Drew, those
right,
were
yeah.
two of the big dudes who really were, they were rapping. They were rapping.
Yeah, speaking of Big Drew, dude, he used to have his show. I think it was on at midnight on a Thursday or something like that on the WHRW Binghamton. Which I mean, he didn't even go to school in Binghamton, so I don't even know how he got that slot.
That's very Binghamton, by the way.
I was gonna say, is this a college TV station or what?
No, it's a 90.5, right? I think.
Yes, 90.5.
WHRW.
But yeah, that was the first time on his show was the first time I've ever gotten my stuff played on the radio, which is cool. I was in high school at the time too, so it was really dope.
Yeah, that's got to feel dope, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I stayed up to tape it on my cassette.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at that point, that technology was dead, but it was the only way I had to actually save it. So
right. Well, yeah. I mean, I would think as a musician, you have those moments of reflection where you go oh shit, I used to spit rhymes at a house party.
Right,
and,
right, yeah.
This was just some fun to do, and now here it is being broadcast to the world.
Right. Well, I mean, even as a comedian, they sort of go hand in hand, especially in a partying scenario. It's basically just want that one line that makes everybody laugh.
Oh man, and once you get it, well,
right.
Well, once you, there. Let's just say there's been a lot of clunkers before there was the. Listen, man, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah. There's a lot of I thought it was funny.
Yeah, right.
This one was for me. But the next one's going to be for you. But yeah, once that connects and once that clicks, it's you never look back and you're just oh shit,
right.
Well, this is it. This is what I'm going to do now. Right. So I wanted to, just, shift gears a little bit. Cause we watched a lot of your videos and, I was
cool.
joking a little bit with Rob about how I think he might be one of the first rappers that I have been in both of the locations you've been in because I live in Brooklyn and I live in Binghamton, yeah. So I'm oh yeah, the short line bus, and oh yeah, do or dive.
Yeah, right.
I've spent New Year's Eves there.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, that's funny. Is the do or dive actually just became we didn't even want to put that in the video.
Right.
It's just. We decided it was a halfway during the shoot or whatever. And we had just did the stuff in front of the Biggie mural.
Right.
So we just decided to just pop in because it was a hot day and just cool off and get a drink. And the dude just kept recording. So it's it ended up being really cool segment of the video too. So I was that's what's up. Shout out to Movie White too, man. He's a genius out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I also saw that. Yeah, you really have a great team behind you, right? There's a lot.
Oh well, the thing is funny is this whole resurgence of me trying to do my thing is that he's pretty much responsible for it because he reached out to me and he was hey man, I know you've been making music around here for a while and you sort of fell off, you haven't really done anything in a minute. I've always wanted to work with you. He's do you have a song that you want a music video to? I'll do it for you really cheap. I just want to work with you and make a good quality product with you. And I was yeah, I guess. So I dug a song I made 5 years before that and then made a video for it. And it got 1,000 views in a day. And I was oh my God, people actually do like this shit. That's crazy.
Well, there's
And so it's been like over a year now since I came out with the Represent video, and like now all this stuff is happening, and like I have the confidence to like cold like email like a promoters and all this stuff, and like a lot of times I get denied, but like a lot of times I get accepted, and like now it's just crazy.
that's that's so dope, man. And again, as a 607er, it's so great to see this start to pop, man, for you.
Yeah,
because,
right.
Like I even just like watching like the older videos, right? It's just like, yeah, they're like, you've been at this since like what, 2010?
Yeah,
I feel like.
which is funny because after I started putting like a couple like newer videos online, I did like take a few offline
Right.
that were like a little dated.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just
I've
in
been
case
there.
like a new fan wanted to come check out my shit, and they're just like, well, what the hell is this one? Like, he's like in CFJ Park, like the transitions of the edit is terrible. Like, but so like there is like a lot of it. I've caught flack from some of my friends too. Like, what? Like, you took the oh shit video off YouTube? Like, yo, like where can I find this one? And I still have them. They're just marked as private right now. Someday I'll put them back on public, but not right now.
Yeah, no. Well, you know what it is, and I would think because like you've got this success going on right now where it's just like, yeah, there's going to be like legit eyes on you, right?
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
And now it's like you want to put your best work for your most recent stuff is what you want people
Right.
to look at, like,
Right, exactly, yeah.
like, listen, I have like old videos when I started doing stand up that I would post that I thought were
Yeah.
fucking great and I was killing
Yeah.
it, but like boy, I have them labeled in a folder on my computer as like, sunshine, because I know no one will ever look at it. Right? Like you'll never see that ever fucking
Jim,
for the light of day.
if I was ever going through your computer, that is perhaps the most enticing. Like, why the fuck does Jim Search have a folder called Sunshine? You got to change that.
And
That's
then,
the first one
Rob,
I'm going to.
Then what is in that folder?
and then you and I need to talk about why you're in my computer.
Well, that's
going to be
for a different episode.
That's going to be going to
Right.
be a long conversation,
Sure.
sir. What are you doing in here? So, one of the videos though I did want to talk to you about was Homecoming, because like,
Okay.
I feel like that to me, that really stuck out to me because I have ridden that bus a million fucking times, and then
Right.
on my album, Upstate Understandings, the CD version of it is a picture of a short line bus ticket, and
Nice.
it has like all of like the info on it. So that's what really like kind of stuck for me.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Listen, I've really with the help of Rob here, Rob also has been really instrumental with me putting out my album. I really wanted to make it an homage to where we're from. But enough about me. It ain't about me right now. But I wanted to talk to you about like what was it like shooting that video? I'm really curious about that experience.
At the time, it was technically the first. So all my early videos were like, actually my first one ever. I should probably start there because it's a pretty funny story. It was my little cousin was in. He was going to SUNY Broome, which was Broome Community College at the time before he got the SUNY tag.
Sure.
He was in like a media class or something like that, and like his final project was like he needed to make like it wasn't supposed to be like a music video or whatever. You could make whatever you want, a short film or whatever. And he asked me if it was cool if we just make like a music video to one of my songs, and I was like,
dope.
Yeah, sure, I guess like I never really knew it was, but I guess it was a big hit in his class. Not so much everywhere else, but like so from there it was cool because like I had a lot of fun doing it. So me and him made like a couple music videos together from there. But the Homecoming video was the first one that like I decided to pay someone else. So it was another artist from the area, Deb Clancy. He's made like a couple of videos for himself and then also for like other local rappers and stuff.
Right.
So so I pretty much like directed it and just like told him how I wanted it to go, and then we just like spent the day shooting. So we started at the being as the song's called Homecoming or whatever, we figured the bus station was the place. And we even asked the driver if it was cool if like I just like hopped on and then just like walked off, and he was like, "Fuck no."
You better get the fuck out of here with that.
In the very beginning, like I pretend to like put my bag on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
and like walk away from the bus. Like that was all like staged. I actually wasn't on that bus.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
But yeah, it was a fun time, and that was also one of the first times I got like a lot of my friends together for like a party scenario. Like it was like my homecoming like party. We were just like awesome. But like that night itself was like awesome, just because like it got like a bunch of creative minds together, a bunch of local rappers, and we had like an awesome time. Like it was cool.
Oh, that's so dope to hear, man. And
yeah,
well, that's a great. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk a little bit about like the local scene in Binghamton because like I feel like as somebody who lives here in the city and I obviously I pay attention to what's going on in Binghamton, there seems to be this like resurgence of local artists like Stellar Human. Shout out to LaRue has been like
absolutely
100%, man. We've had him on the podcast. LaRue made it very much a part of his mission, I feel like, to really create a hub for y'all to music and shit. So, but I wanted to hear your thoughts on like, at least from where I'm sitting, like this resurgence. Like there's so many of y'all that I see that are really making dope shit.
Yeah. I think it was once, like the Stellar Human became like the hub for like people to come and like once you have a platform to like display your talents, like it becomes easier. And then it is crazy. It's now the last time we had a showcase, the end of March. I had like kids like giving me their like demo CD. And I'm like, I was like, what the hell? Like I didn't think like high school age kids even like had CDs anymore, but apparently they do. We had I got a couple people on Instagram hitting me up from like the Albany area, like interested to like come and perform, and some guy came down from Ithaca. He said he just like saw the flyer online and decided to like make the drive. So like it's really cool, like seeing how like it's developing into something bigger.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like all like the rappers and singers and like even producers that come to the shows and stuff like that. Like even if you're not performing, I want it to be like a place where everyone can connect. And like even like say like a producer that makes beats or whatever wants to like look for a specific like artist or rapper or like not anyone specific, like but like anybody to like collaborate with,
right?
Like that's the place to do it. If you're gonna meet someone, then like like it's like a place where creative minds can go together and like create new shit, man. Like it's so cool.
Yeah, I mean that's, and I'm really happy to see that because
for sure.
There's so many talented folks that are in upstate New York, right? And I feel like that, not that it's necessarily overlooked per se, but like when you think of New York, you think of New York City. And it's like,
oh, of course, yeah.
Well, there's a whole entire state outside of this that has dope people doing dope shit. So yeah, I'm really, really pumped to see that. Now I wanted to, your most recent project, right? Shared Values, the EP.
Yep. Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Yeah,
by the way.
It's great.
I really dug it. And like, I think one of the things that because I'm an old head, is like you really have encapsulated like the 90s sound, right? Like,
oh yeah. Well, like I'll credit that to the producer Wickstar. He was the one that did the beat for the Homecoming originally.
Right.
And it was funny is like when I released the video, I knew that I couldn't put it on anywhere else except YouTube because I didn't have like the rights to the beat.
Sure.
But like in the song, like I'm like, yo, Wickstar, holla at me. And apparently like he saw the video because I like hashtagged his name. And like he hit me up on YouTube Messenger like 2 days later and was like, yo. And I couldn't believe it. And he wanted to do more songs together. So like over the course from like that, like, video originally coming out and then me like really not pursuing it like much at all, but like still making music to his like beats.
Right.
And it was he just has a sound that like really embodies me where like it's like, a jazzy, like soulful, type of bop with like, you know, obviously the 90s boom bap like drums and stuff like that, and like the samples he uses and everything, and he like scratches stuff into it and all that. And I was like, this guy knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, and
so it was only natural if I was going to come out with like an EP that like, you know, I had enough material to all his beats, so I was like, we should just do it together.
That's fucking great, man. Where is he from? Is he from upstate?
He's based in London.
Oh wow!
But the funny thing is I have no idea because like his actual profile picture is just like a skeleton with like a Native American headdress. So like I don't know if he's like white or black or old or young. Like I have no idea. I have no idea anything about this guy. But you know, I do know that he's a genuine dude. We've talked a lot like in text, and like he's like, you know, funny. This guy's got a good sense of humor and stuff. But like I've never met him in person, which hopefully when I go to UK, like I'll be able to do this.
I hope so too, man. I mean,
but I feel like it's too late in the game to like ask. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, between me and you, like, what race are you?
Yeah. What's
that'd be a little weird.
What's your deal, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, why do people hate you or not? Tell me what's
right, exactly,
or not. Are you well received? Now, a quick question about the album cover, right? That's in Binghamton, right?
Yes,
because I feel like I've seen that building. Is that the bando next to like the old YMCA? Where is it?
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. See, I was gonna say maybe you haven't been around in a while, but like, yeah, you know your spots.
I know
your Binghamton landmarks, I guess you could say.
I know my abandoned building, sir.
Well, I mean, being from Broome County, you have to like, you know, be a connoisseur of these things.
Yeah, because there's
if there's anything we have a lot of is abandoned buildings. There's an abundance.
I believe it's what they call blight.
Yeah, right.
The term we're looking for is
fair
blight, for sure. So I do want to talk about you know, and I think one thing that I really like to investigate with artists is their influences, right? Because like I feel like I have an idea of where your influences are, but I'd love to hear who inspired you as far as being a rapper.
As you mean like major artist, obviously.
Yeah, like
okay. I would say like my favorite of all time is Nas.
Mm-hmm.
From there, like big influences, like people's like I've actually said like someone told me I sounded like Big L, which I mean I don't know. I mean he's extremely gangster compared to like one of like my content. Maybe it's just the fact that like I can't control the volume of my voice, so I yell a lot. But I'm also like very big into you know, Mos Def was huge when I was growing up.
Sure.
The intricate rhyme patterns and certain things and like topics and stuff like that being as like you know, I want to talk about positive things or like, you know, social change and sometimes, but basically like my weirdness comes from like Ghostface or MF Doom.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I saw that like you like now this was like production with Doom, like it was this like
oh yeah, this was just like me just like making a mixtape to like MF Doom beats. Like he had no part of that.
Okay. I saw that. I was like,
well, because like he just like makes like these like, you know, 30 track CDs of just like nothing to his beats. Like obviously the purpose for that was to like, you know, let MCs like, you know, rock to their shit. So
sure.
You know.
Yeah, I mean he is, you know, as far as like influence and just like being such a prolific artist, like Doom is in that conversation, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely the strangest rapper that's ever
yeah, I mean
became like successful, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I just as a quick aside, I went to a book signing, well like not a book signing, but it was like a book release of the Chronicles of Doom. It's a recent book that just came out about Doom.
Nice.
There's a whole separate story around that, but like within that talk, yeah, there like Doom was into some real just like psychedelics and like crystals and just like some crazy shit that you're like, what?
I gotta read this book.
Yeah, it's a good read. It's an okay read. I'm gonna be honest, but if you're a Doom fan, it's something to be like, oh wow, okay, here's like something that has like some of his story in it. You know?
Right, yeah, and just like learning new tidbits about his life and stuff like that, I'd be interested in, you know.
For sure, man. Now let me ask you, as I always love this conversation with rappers, is who is your top 5 in no order?
I'll say in order.
No, unless you
In
want to
no
give
order.
if you want to give it an order.
I was gonna say this, I'm gonna have to like put this on pause and like hit the books for a minute.
No particular order.
Geez, I don't know. I guess I would say like my favorite rappers would be different from like who I think is like the best.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like,
but like my favorite, like I've said 3 of Nas, MF Doom, Ghostface Killah, just because like his like super weirdness. I just like love like Supreme Clientele. Like I was obsessed with for a while. Just like which I mean, a lot of my rhymes I do use like tongue twisters and like weird like flip fly shit, flow flamed up fluidness, like you know weird shit like that. I got that from Ghostface. Rakim, I listen to a lot of his shit, and I still do to this day. The 5th, I would probably Notorious B.I.G. I'm just going like low. I mean, obviously, everybody always says Biggie, but you know, it's for good reason. He's the man.
Yeah, I mean, he is such a legendary artist, and
right, yeah.
Living in Brooklyn, like, yeah, you still walk the streets of Brooklyn, and you will hear him coming out of cars. Like,
yeah, for sure, absolutely.
He was and is the illest.
Yeah, right. Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Right. Exactly. Now, I guess that what inspired you then to like head to the Biggie mural? Because I saw.
Well, in the beginning of the song Chadig, like Wickstar used like a Biggie sample. So like it's like fuck around to be the milk box material. And that was the worst Biggie impression you've ever heard in your life.
I've heard worse.
But so like we were just like looking for different places in New York City that we could go, and for some reason like I had like I wanted to go to Flushing because I used to live in Bayside, Queens, a while ago, and like I just love like so like I tell people like you go to Flushing, Queens, and it's like the only part in like New York City where it actually looks like another country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the masses of Asian people and all the like the signs are in like like bilingual. They're all in like Korean or Chinese and stuff like that. I thought it was like really cool. So we went there and filmed there, and then went to Chinatown once it got dark.
Right.
And we went to the Biggie mural just because of like the intro, basically. But we ended up like doing a performance shot there as well.
That's well, again, that's such a like I think dope way of really incorporating the beat and also
actually the like stoop that me and my friend are sitting on in like this one shot, we're like smoking a joint. That's actually like Biggie's apartment, like when he was growing up, like his mother's like apartment, which is now much of a way different of a scenario, like neighborhood now. It was like the white lady that lived there was so nice. Like we were smoking weed like on her porch, like in her way, like recorded. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. You're trying to. It's like, oh, don't worry, it happens all the time. Like I know this is Biggie's house.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she was so nice to us. Like like this happens constantly. Like kids come here and like they play his music, and I just love it.
I mean, to talk about the sign of the times, man, because Bed-Stuy 93, 94.
Yeah, right. Not the same scenario.
I don't know if that plays out like that. In that way. I live not too far from there.
Cool.
So, I do pass by that quite a bit, and I don't know if you were there. Were you there when it was in fact Biggie Smalls lane? Like
Oh no, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said exactly when they did the tribute, but like that block that you were on is now the Notorious B.I.G. lane. Like
Sick.
Fulton and St. James, like that corner.
That's cool, man.
Go down St. James to like where you were.
Yeah,
that's dedicated to him. And
that's cool. Maybe like I probably should have like looked up and saw it.
Well, Blizz.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I've been to the Wu-Tang one in Staten Island. I like when it's the only time I've ever been to Staten Island just to take a picture of the fucking sign, and I was on.
Well, you and I and Rob all share the same story because Rob and I too have also made the trip out there to
That's what's up
to the Wu mural and all that
with our killer coffee in hand.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Which
that's what's up.
Which, if you haven't been, next time you get down there, you should definitely go check out Killer Coffee. It's a very dope.
But make sure they're open.
Spot.
Make sure they're open before you go. Very limited hours.
Call before you haul is
right.
important. is an important piece there for sure.
Love that.
Well, listen, you know what, Blizz, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us and
absolutely, man.
This has been such a dope experience, and yeah, we're just really happy to have you on here, man.
I was excited that you guys hit me up. So like anytime, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And if you have anything coming up, let us know. We'd love to have you back on and chop it up again and do some
cool
for it. With that being said, do you got anything you want to plug before you get out of here, before you hit the road?
As in town in Binghamton, well, first of all, next weekend on Sunday 420 at 420 was when the doors open. I'm opening up for Master Killa, the Wu-Tang Clan. There's going to be some other upstate talent there. My DJ Looks is making the trip with me, so he'll be able to like scratch while I rap, which is like, a dead art these days. So like, hopefully like, people are into it. I gain a bunch of new fans out there. And then also the following weekend is our next showcase at Stellar Human. Shout out to LaRue. Anybody that wants to perform can hit me up on Instagram. We're always looking for new people to like hit the stage and show their talent. So, hopefully there's a big turnout.
Dope, man. Are you looking for stand-up comics? You need somebody to do.
No, yeah, for sure. If you ever want to come through and host this event, that'd be awesome, man.
You know what though? I'm going to take you up on that, because one of the things I've been trying to do is like do more of like those music showcases and host that shit.
Yeah.
Cuz like I do host some shit down here over at Beer Wax. For like MCs and shit. So like
that's cool, man.
I would
I was honestly, it would be a big help to me, because then I wouldn't have to fucking do it.
I will say hosting is
right, like all the time, like I'll like have to introduce people every 15 minutes, so like I'm trying like not to drink and like not to like sway away. Like if you came down and took that off my hands, like I'd be able to then my performance would probably suck.
Well, listen, let's talk about that. I would like to put something together, and
for sure, dude, that'd be awesome.
Love to get back up there and do that, man.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much for hanging with us, Blizz. We appreciate your time. And yes, Speedy Freaks and Rattlesnake Pete's, go look up Blizz The Illest. Yeah. He's such an incredible talent coming out of the 6-0 Lucky, and we're lucky to have you on, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's Blizz The Illest, man.
Yeah.
What a great chat, man. What a great dude. I'm happy for his success. And hey, man, opening for Master Killa, that's pretty fucking
cool. I mean, if our Speedy Freaks and Rattlesnake Pete's haven't listened yet, like he's got ODB samples in one of his songs. Like that's huge. I mean, being on Ticket with anyone from Wu-Tang, pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But for someone who's referencing Wu-Tang, like that's crazy. That's so cool. Cool to see.
Yeah. And be dope. It'll be dope to get up there to host some hip hop showcases, man.
Yeah, it was really cool to hear someone speak about LaRue's vision in the same way that LaRue spoke about it, right? Like community and and you've spoken about it too, like.
Absolutely.
Stellar Human is doing some really cool things for Binghamton in a lot of different ways in different communities. It's such a cool hub to be able to hear about it even more, and just all the work he's doing. And we were talking about this off mic, but Even Charlie Ahern is like liking some of Blizz's posts and stuff. Famed director of Wild Style, who we got to meet, probably a year ago now.
I was gonna say a little over a year ago, right?
And yeah, just like there's so much. He's one of the earlier artists out of Binghamton for the last 50 years or so, right? Seeing that support. Blizz references the Twilight Zone. Like there's so much. Yeah, there's a lot of cool community stuff going on there now, and a lot of support going both ways generationally, which is
exactly
cool to see.
And again, it's so great that is what the vibe is, because for so long it hasn't been that.
Yeah,
right there, it hasn't been that supportive, and now people are, I think, seeing, hey, if we work together, we can actually push this forward. So
I think it seems like LaRue is a big part of that. Given that platform, as Blizz said, to a lot of different people.
Exactly. And I mean, like, for me as well, like Stellar Presents has, this is the second year it's been going on, but he's down to throw up some comedy. So I'm all the way with that.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, Rob, we did it.
We did.
We made it happen. It's about that time, I think, for us to make like a bad check and bounce. Is there what do we got going on here?
Well, Jim, we did it, but guys, listeners, did you rate and subscribe to the show? Did you?
I don't.
You better have. If you didn't, again, throw us a 5-star rating. Give us a subscribe. Share this episode with a friend. All that helps us out a lot. After they've done that, Jim, I think there might be some other things they can do, some things they can check out. What do you have any suggestions for what they can check out?
Do I ever? Let's say, here's a hypothetical, right? Let's say that you are trying to get on a Coach USA bus.
God damn it, Jim. That's the one I was going to use.
It's Lo Siento. You put me up first.
Fuck.
You're trying to get on a Coach USA bus, and you're like, hey, can we jump on and jump off? And they go, fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little dejected. You're a little turned away, but there's something to raise your spirits. And that is my album, Upstate Understandings. It is a incredible tour de force of comedy, featuring my voice all over that, and production by you, sir, Rob Adler.
Mm-hmm.
Art by Adam Russell. Video work done by Matt Ely. It's a dope ride indeed. So jimsearch.bandcamp.com is a place to go get that. It's all on all the DSPs, and it's a great wave to be a part of. jimsearchcomedy.com is a place to go find all my dates and shit like that. So go do it. Rob, they've done all of it. They've bought all the things. They've lived through all the things. What can they do now?
Well, let's just say you're the co-host of a podcast that has a closing segment where you usually pull a reference from the episode, and your co-host just used what you were going to use, and you're just similarly distraught as is the case in that scenario. What are you going to do? You're going to grab my album, New York Sticky. You're going to throw it on after the recording. You're going to feel a whole lot better. You're going to forget about it. And you know what? You're going to have an even... you're going to pull 2 references next time, just in case it happens.
Keep one in the chamber.
Yep.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Yep. So go grab that at brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com. Also, hey, again, there's links for Blizz's upcoming show. This episode's coming out, I believe, 2 days before that show in Syracuse. So grab tickets for that. Go check that out. But we'll have links for like his Instagram and music in there as well. So check all those things out. Jim,
yes,
we're doing the month of music. April's the month of music. We kind of just fell into this, but I'm delighted that we've got a bunch of music topics. Do you have a hint for next week's final music topic?
I do, and I dare say it will be a Mr. Magical experience.
I thought that might be where you were going with it, and I'm glad you did. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
They
it.
deserve that. They deserve that.
Hell yeah. Jim, much
Yes.
like I fell flat with my plug joke, I don't know if I've got a closing up pun today, man. I really really stumbling here. Well, Jim, on that note, let's wrap this up.
right.
Let's wrap this up. Blizz is a rap artist. Oh my God, there we go. Perfect. Whew, nailed it. That was a close one.
Bye.
Ooh.
Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.